Hey, it's me again, Mr. Gemar Largo de la Cruz, and this is 1500015 English per presentation. So, we are now in Unit 5 entitled To Sum Up. So, I hope that you are still bearing with me and we are going to learn together. So, see ya! Hey, it's me again, Mr. Jamar Largo de la Cruz. We are now Unit 5 to sum up. So this is 1500015 English for presentation. So let's start. So this is now the objective of this unit. So the objective is uh, for vocabulary, identify statements from different conclusions. So and meaning. So that is for vocabulary. And for language, determine the effective conclusions. And then for speaking, talk about making conclusions. And then listening, understand the four conclusions. And then five, understand the strategies on making a good conclusion and construct a conclusion. So that is our objectives. Now let's proceed now and let's start with the week 10 where you will learn the following. So in this week you're going to identify statements from different conclusions and meaning, and then you have to determine the effective conclusions, and you talk about making conclusions as well. So the focus of the topic is all about conclusions. So but before that we have to do this game first. This one, what happens next? So you're going to guess what is your conclusion about the photo. So tell me about your conclusion of the photo. All right, what happens next? So we can see like a bubble thing. Letter A, the orbs pop like popcorn. Letter B, the orbs melt. The orbs change color. So what do you answer? A, B, or C? Great. The answer is letter A. Great. Next. What happens next? Let's see. Oh, what happens next? So we can see the two bees. They're trying to open the bottle. So the bees knock over the bottle. The bees pick it up and fly away. The bees open the lid. Oh, what's your answer? A, B, or C? Great job. The answer is letter C. They opened the water bottle. Next. What happens next? Oh, we have two motors there. Okay, so they are flying. So they backlift. They backlift while off the bikes, or they switch bikes midair. What's your conclusion? Great job. It's letter B. Answer is letter B. So they backlift while off the bikes. What happens next? The horse jumps both hurdles, or the horse trips, or the horse backs out. What's your conclusion? Yes, that is correct. Letter A. The horse jumps both hurdles. All right. Next, what happens next? Oh, we can see a woman here beside the shore. So a seal jumps up next to her, or a wave knocks her over, or a bird poops on her head. What's your conclusion? Letter B. A wave knocks her over. Good. All right. Next. What happens next? In the box, what comes out? A truck breaks loose, a cat breaks loose, or confetti shoots out? The answer is yes, letter A. A truck break loose. All right, very good. Last one. What happens next? You can see a girl there. She's with another vampire, she's with a werewolf, or she's with a skeleton. The answer is answer C. She's with a skeleton. So that's the answer. Very good. And what happens next to the dog? The dog with high fives a human, or the dog catches a chicken nugget, or a piece of cheese lands on its head. Correct. Letter A. The dog high fives a human. Very good. Yay! That is our game. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the game. So now let's go to the vocabularies. Our vocabulary is all about this one. It's a what's this? You're going to look at these final statements from different conclusions, and then which one do you find most effective? Work with a partner, rank them one and most effective, and then eight least effective. Letter A, thank you very much for your attention. Or letter B, in conclusion, I'd like to highlight our company's highly innovative products. Or letter C, you say, so to put in the words of the famous H. Gordon Selfridge, the customer is always right. Letter D, well, I don't know whether this was helpful, but I like to leave it there. Or let's just say, letter E, we have all the facts, let's go to work now. Or letter F, the one last thing I'd like to say is it's your choice. Letter G, so that's all I have to say. I hope you haven't all fallen asleep. And then to conclude, I want to come back to that story I told you at the start of our presentation and say one word, apple pie. So what is your favorite conclusion from this? All right. So it's your choice now. What kind of conclusion do you like to choose or most effective to you? So is it letter? So you're going to choose now between first A, B, C, D, or E, or F, or G, or H. So good luck to you. So my personal favorite to this one is like letter H. To conclude, I want to come back to the story I told you at the start, something like that. I really like to tell story as well as a part of storytelling is like gonna be fun. So I am also like that. So yeah, what's yours? All right, let's proceed now to language. The language is actually a strong conclusion. It is essential. Okay, it is essential. Hold on. All right, the language is essential for impression on an audience, leaving a strong impression on the audience, and techniques such as using questions, quoting well-known figures. So this one is a conclusion, strong conclusion for the audience. So ends with a thought-provoking questions to engage the audience. So remember this one. Example, if we don't do it, want somebody else. So something like this. It's something like provoking them to be encouraged, provoking them to do something that they will be more active or more what's this more resilient or determined on the field that they are in. And this technique encourages the audience to think critically and consider taking action. So quoting a well-known person, so use a famous saying or quote to reinforce the message. Example, according to Einstein, if you start learning, you will start dying. So that is really true. So you can use any quotation there, and there's so many that is very convincing and also encouraging to the audience. Referring back to the beginning, so when you are doing the conclusion, so you're going to look back what are the discussion that you're doing, because it's something like when you conclude, it's something like you are going to summarize everything and then put your end on the presentation with a strong one. So that is what you should do. And then calling the audience to action. So when you call the audience into action, so you're going to encourage them to talk about or what can they say or what is their judgment on the presentation. So what motivates them. So as an ending like this, you can call the audience to action. Very good. So that is all about the language. Now let's proceed to the speaking. So speaking is all about like this. It's your turn now. So you're going to follow the checklist to practice making conclusions. So try to use the words and phrases from the unit. So checklist for conclusions, there are signals that to end of your talk, and summarize the key points, highlight one important point, and explain the significance. Make your final statement. So you are going to make a final statement by following this checklist for conclusion. So good luck to you. I hope that you can find a good conclusion for yourself. Now, this is the signal that the end of your talk. So, example, in conclusion, to wrap things up as we come to the end of this presentation. So, these phrases are indication that you are ending on the presentation that you are making. So, make sure that you are going to do this one so that it would tell the audience that you are going to end. So, do not tell them, oh, we are almost ending. Avoid saying that. And then summarize the key points. To summarize, we have covered the key takeaways from today's discussions are. Let's quickly review the main ideas. So you're going to summarize, so you are going to do this one. So the key takeaways from today's discussion are, so when you are doing this one, this signaling or indicating that you are almost done. Okay, you are about to end. Next is highlight one important point. So the most crucial aspect is, so this is part also of telling the audience, or you are going to make this one so that the audience could not forget the discussion. Explain the significance. This is important because so it is necessary to do this one to give emphasis on the presentation that you are making, especially about the issue or about the topic that you discuss is really vital for their professional growth or for their job. And the next one is make a final statement. So let's take action and make a difference. I leave you with this thought. So you can use this kind of phrases to encourage them or leaving them provoking attention.
That's the end of week 10, where you learn the following. So, statements from different conclusions on page 42, and effective conclusions on page 45, and practice making conclusions on page 48. So, these are the things that you learn. So, that's the end of week 10. And moving on, let's proceed to week 11. So let's move on now to week 11, where in this week you're going to learn the following. So the four conclusions and the strategies on making a good conclusions and construct a conclusion. So all this unit is only helping you how to make or construct a conclusion, since this is very important in presentation. So bear with me. So I'm going to teach you from this lesson, from listening, reading, and writing, and then that is what you're going to learn from this week. So bear with me.
All right, thank you. That's the end of the speaking. So let's move on now to the listening part. So the listening part will be this one. So we're going to listen about this presentation. So write the number of the presentation in the box. So what do you think? And then listen again to complete the gaps. I'm giving you the gaps already, but you are going to arrange A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's start listening now.
Unit 5, Exercise 6. 1.
Let me go back to the story I told at the start of my talk. Remember? The sales meeting in Vienna with the disappointed Japanese businessman? 3 days later, we got an email saying they were going with us after all. So, this just shows you that knowing your entire product range is the key to success.
2.
So, to conclude, I'm convinced that ICM would be an excellent method to make better use of the knowledge we have, and it would strengthen our market position. So, do we really want to miss this opportunity to get ahead of our competitors?
3.
Finally, let me highlight the key question once again. Do we need a digital telephone system, or can we upgrade the existing one? As I've shown in my brief presentation today, we must invest in the new system. An upgrade is just not feasible. I'd just like to finish with something former US President Bill Clinton once said. You can put wings on a pig, but you don't make it an eagle.
4.
Before I end my presentation today, I'd like to briefly recap the main reasons for doing business with us. We use state-of-the-art technology. We provide round-the-clock professional customer care. And, most important, we customize our products and services to give you what you need when you need it. So the next step is yours. Set up an appointment with our project manager and our SAP consultant, and we can work out the best practice solutions that suit your business.
All right, that is the listening all about. So let's go now to the sentences. So arrange this one. So I'm giving you already the missing words there. So what is number 1 and what is number 2 to you? Okay, so let's go. Okay, so you're going to tell, arrange. Okay. So which sentences A to D come from which presentation? Not arrange, but you're going to tell which presentation comes from the presentation. Which sentence comes from the presentation? So let's go now to reading and writing. So on his website, the American Presentations Guru Charlie F.L. Roy talks about the strategies for good conclusion. So number 1, make a good last impression. So this is really important. Don't forget the last impressions are just as important as the first impression. So your conclusion is really this is the really important. This is the crucial. When you present, you have to do this one because this is how people remember you, who you are, what kind of speaker are you. Next, make them listen. So when you move from the main part of the conclusion, you have to find ways how to catch the attention of the audience. Make sure that they are listening to you. Their hearing is on you. All the focus is within you, so that they could realize, or they could see what is really, or what are you really talking about. Next, make a lasting impression. Your conclusion is the place to make sure that you have planted the key ideas of your talk. So you have to make sure that the impression should last. It could be remembered, that people remember you, the audience will remember you with the thoughts that you are saying and the points that you are presenting. Next is summarize the main points. So this is the most widely used method, but boring. However, this is really important as well because this is giving you the highlight of your presentation. Quote of a famous person. So this one is vital as well because when you use quotation for famous people or famous person, it would give you the idea to motivate the audience, and it also give the audience a chance to be motivated and encouraged because of famous person, and you don't know this person are their favorite as well. Ask a provocative question or make surprising statement. So this one is necessary when you present. So this is also letting the audience be part of your presentation. So ask them. That is part of your presentation. That is part when you present. So make sure that they can share, not just only you talking, because that is very boring if only you talking all the way for your presentation. Use the sandwich technique. So what is the sandwich technique? Think of your presentation as sandwich with 2 slices of bread, introduction plus conclusion. So the content in the middle, the sandwich strategy means that you have a connection between the beginning and the end. So it should be connected together. There is coherence in the organization of your presentation, so that you will end right, you will start right, and you are also ending right. Thank the audience. So you are going to thank the audience for coming and attending your presentation. So that is necessary to respect the time that they give to you and the effort and the money that they spend on attending your presentation. Write your answer using the following. So I want you to, based from what we discussed a while ago, you are going to write the following you are going to answer these questions. So it could be a partner or you can be alone. So please do this task, and I hope that you're learning from those tips for doing a very powerful conclusion.
And that's it. So this is the end of week 11, where you learned the listening. To a while ago, you listened the 4 conclusions on page 45, and then you also read. And then at the same time, your task is writing. So the talk of Charlie F. Elroy on page 49. So I hope that in this unit you are learning from how to make a conclusion. So that's it. And let's call it a day. And thank you for watching and learning from me from this unit.
All right, so that's it for Unit 5. So thank you so much for listening, and thank you for watching as well. I hope you are learning from this unit, Unit 5. So this is also the resources, and thank you so much. You can contact us here if you have any questions. Thank you, and see you again next time.